Welcome into Jags A.M. I'm Kainani Stevens. Brian Sexton, John Oehser with me today on Thanksgiving week. So we're going to do a little bit of Titans prep early as we get ready for the Jaguars' trip to Nashville this weekend. We're going to start out with our three big things for you today, brought to you by GEHA, Government Employees Health Association. Big thing number one is it's rivalry week. Brian, their Titans are not good this season. They're going through a lot in Tennessee, but it's still the Titans, right?
It is. And listen, it goes back to opening day 1995 in your first game when they were the Oilers and they beat you 10-3. And they kept you in your best season, 1999, from going to your first Super Bowl, right? They knocked you most recently out of the playoffs in 2023 when you had a chance to beat them when they weren't good, and they still found a way to do what they do, which is beat you. They've played 60 games, more than any other team. So it is fair to say that this is the Jaguars' rival, even though most fans still kind of cling to that Steelers thing because that was so hot and heated back in the 90s and early 2000s.
Yeah, I mean, it's everything on top of that. It's one where the Titans have a chance to put a real dent in what the Jaguars are trying to do. So rivals at some point have to do that to each other. That's the theme for the Titans this week, I'm sure. It's a tougher game, guys, than the schedule, than the records indicate.
Let's go to our second big thing today, which is going to be a new standard. After they beat the Chargers in dominant fashion, head coach Liam Cohen came out and said, this is a new standard for this football team. This is what we are capable of. We saw a back and forth kind of affair in Arizona. With the records as they are, what would you imagine Cohen's going to want to see against the Titans on Sunday?
Win. I mean, and I only say it because that's how this team has gotten to this point. They've had a couple of one-sided wins, but for the most part, it has been scraping it out. Yes, I would love to see, and I think Cohen would love to see, a solid win where you're up a little bit at the half and then you sort of pull steadily away against a team that had fight, because I think the Titans will have fight. At some point, you need to start winning those in that way. But, Brian, it's hard to do when you have the two combinations of division game and you're playing that team at their house. Don't be surprised if this is close, if only for those two reasons.
You know, I don't want to parse words or split hairs with the coach because he's 7-4 and he's done a hell of a job this year. So he's right. But I think what he meant in the locker room after the Chargers wasn't we're going to beat everybody resoundingly, but that we're going to win. So I think the standard, Kai, for this team is win however you can. That's really what this is. The Jaguars are a team that's won close games. Twice in the last 4 games, they had to go to overtime and find a way to win with a batted ball. My whole thought on this thing is the Jaguars are a team that'll beat you pretty, they'll beat you ugly, they'll just line up and beat you. That's the standard.
Find a way. Our final big thing today is going to be perfect timing. We talked a lot about finding ways to win the past couple of weeks, but they've also had a lot of key guys injured and out, so hopefully some are coming back around this time. We don't have a ton of updates yet because these will be more closer to game time decisions, but hopefully Brian Thomas Jr. will be back soon. And now it could be a time in the offense where they can utilize his deep ball skills, which is something the offense has been missing, Brian.
You know, Trevor has settled in with Jakobi Meyers in the span of just a few games. And Parker Washington, I think, is your MVP, the way that he is playing and contributing all over the field. Now, if you get Brian back, and I'm going to guess after missing a couple of games, he's going to be motivated to play his best football of the season. He's not going to be, I don't think he's your one, right? I think he's your deep ball guy. He's the guy that goes and makes plays over the middle. I think Jakobi Meyers is working his way into that one. But Brian will have a role, and I think it could be a very important role, especially with Brenton Strange back, John, to have sort of a chess piece in every category on the board.
Look, they have to lean toward reliability and trust. And I think Trevor has trust in Parker Washington, Brenton Strange, and Jakobi Meyers, so I think they'll be the guys in the offense. I'm not saying this to throw water on Brian Thomas Jr. He has to earn that trust again because there were some drops early, and I think it's fair to say that he has to do that. Where he fits in, I think it will be deep. I think they will find ways to get him involved so that he can hurt the defense. But if he's going to be the one, he has to earn that back.
All right, stay with us here on Jags A.M. Coming up, we'll have a little this or that, and we'll also talk about what Jags fans are thankful for this Thanksgiving.
Jacksonville's own Dreamfinders Homes, the official home builder of the Jaguars, just scored big, winning 2025 National Builder of the Year. And right now, Dreamfinders is running its best game plan yet, offering winning interest rate incentives and move-in ready homes available today. With 20-plus communities right here in Jacksonville and over 40 across Florida, from Jacksonville to Orlando to Tampa, Dreamfinders Homes is everywhere you want to be. Visit dreamfindershomes.com and move into your dream home today.
NFL fans, when it's time to get Jaguars tickets, you can tackle game day with total certainty with Ticketmaster. With 100% verified tickets available all season long, you can count on getting in with ease and spend time focusing on the good stuff. Even if you're headed to the game last minute, you can still score seats. Want to meet up inside the stadium with your crew? Transferring your tickets is an easy handoff. So get those touchdown celebrations ready and score your tickets today at Ticketmaster.com/Jaguars.
The stadium bathroom line. It's like TSA and the DMV merged in the waters of rush hour traffic, and you're in it. No closer to the bathroom than you were 5 minutes ago. Just closer to, well, going to the bathroom. You know what actually takes a minute? Pre-ordering an Uber so no one drives impaired after the game. Take a minute, make a plan. Never drive impaired. Go to takeaminutenow.com. From Diageo, Mad, Uber, and the NFL. Please drink responsibly.
Hey Jaguars fans, Thrive Infusions is Jacksonville's premier med spa for hydration, recovery, and performance. Whether you visit in-spa or book mobile IV therapy right to your door, they've got you covered. Their IV vitamin infusions help with hangovers, jet lag, dehydration, and overall wellness, keeping you energized and ready to go. Plus, with treatments like M-Sculpt Neo to build muscle and burn fat, and hydrofacials for glowing, healthy skin, they'll help you look and feel your best. Visit Thrive Infusions today and keep Jacksonville thriving on and off the field.
At GEHA, we stand behind our members because we were founded by members. So with zero shareholders to mind, we keep our members in mind by offering a health plan for every stage of life. Plus, hearing and fitness discounts. At GEHA, one thing is clear. Your health isn't our business. It's our purpose. That's why we've been trusted by millions of federal employees and retirees across the country since 1937. Visit GEHA.com to find your federal health plan.
Craving the ultimate game day experience? Look no further. Cheer on your Jaguars as they travel to Tennessee to take on the Titans this Sunday at the official away game watch party at Mr. Chubby's Fleming Island. Indulge in the biggest and best wings in town with appearances by Jackson DeVille and The Roar. You'll even get the chance to win autographed items and game tickets, all while soaking up the lively atmosphere with fellow Jags fans. Mr. Chubby's Wings, proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Mr. Chubby's Wings, before the game, after the game, and during the game.
Jags A.M. brought to you by Fields Auto Group. See Fields first, Jacksonville's premier luxury auto group. Go to fieldsauto.com. Welcome back into Jags A.M. It's Thanksgiving tomorrow, so we're being a little thankful today, and we're bringing up some things Jags fans should be thankful for, and one of them is sideline oxygen tanks, because Devin Lloyd had to run about 100 yards against the Chiefs to get a touchdown. Now, he did tell me afterwards he didn't think it does anything, so he was a little upset. But the longest he's run in quite some time. So we were thankful for that, and I'm definitely thankful for that play, because that felt like a really, I think when we look back on this season, that's a very charged moment, and it kind of got the belief going when you can see that finally get over the hump and get a win against the Chiefs.
I don't think there's a lot of argument on this, but that's your signature win, right?
Yes.
Monday Night Football against the defending AFC champions, and that's the defining play of the defining win. So, I mean, it was a lot of fun, and I would be thankful for the oxygen too.
Yeah, and the 4-1 start was, a lot of Devin Lloyd in that. So that was the springboard to what's going on.
Absolutely. Let's talk a little bit about that right now. The division's kind of a three-horse race at this point. One game separating the Colts are in first place, and the Jags, and then the Texans at this point. So we still have two more games against the Colts coming up, but the Texans are still very much in the mix. When you're looking at this game next week, because they're going to play each other, the week after, but when we're looking at the competition within the division, who's the biggest concern for you right now, Brian?
Well, you've got the number one run defense, which I think will be very helpful for you when you go and you play the Colts. And you've got two games against them remaining. So I'll go with the Colts at this point. I mean, that's what's right in front of you. If you just win, you don't have to worry about the Texans. They're behind you a game. You keep winning, no problem with them. All my focus would be on Indianapolis and the Colts.
Well, if you just win, you have to worry about anybody. Because if you just win, you're going to pass both and you're going to keep them in the rear view. I got a question this week. Who do I think has the advantage in the division between the three teams? It's going to be tight. I mean, the Jags play the Colts twice. The Colts play the Texans twice. Nothing's been decided, and I'm not sure there's a whole lot of difference between any of the teams. I mean, the Texans are really good defensively, and they've won, 5 out of 6 now? So I would say I'm more concerned about the Texans because I can't control what they do.
Sure.
You can go beat the Colts, and the Texans, they're tough. They're the two-time division champions. I would like to see the Colts win this week against the Texans, because then if the Jaguars win, you drop them 2 games behind, and you control your destiny against the Colts. So I'll say the Texans.
All right. Well, we'll talk a little bit more about the division coming up. Let's talk a little bit about 2 of the best players we've seen so far this season, because they're both from Penn State. So we'll give some credit to Penn Staters, top cats here. Who's the most important player to the offense right now, or to the team? Let's put it that way.
Parker Washington right now is my MVP. He's your leading receiver in terms of receptions, yards, and touchdowns. He's given you 2 punt returns for a touchdown, a 43-yarder last week that set up another touchdown. And he's made clutch catches, right? The one for the go-ahead, the 25-yarder on the sideline, where he elevated beautifully to take that ball in and set up the game-winning field goal. Brenton Strange might prove himself over the final 6 weeks of the season to be that guy, but Parker Washington's done it on the field, not by his absence. So I'll say Washington.
Yeah, I mean, you have to go with Parker because Brenton's only played, 4 or 5 games. But I don't know that you're 7-4 without either of them. And I think down the stretch of the season, I think we saw the other day, I'm not sure they win that game the other day without Strange or Washington. So I'll go with Strange as we get toward the playoffs, because I think he's going to help them significantly in the run game. I think he's going to be a big deal in the passing game. I mean, leading receiver, I asked somebody, I said, we've all talked about Brenton as like maybe the best run blocking tight end in the league. By the end of the season, he may be up there with the best overall, because he's going to matter in the passing game. He's really good.
I think what's cool about both of them is they both have an effect on significant 2 different parts. Parker in the offense, but also on special teams.
Yeah.
He's made some huge plays and really shifted games with what he's done on special teams. And then obviously with Brenton blocking and as a pass catcher, they're both talented.
And they're both long-term guys around here. I mean, they're going to be here a while. So you're talking about 2 cores of the offense for the next 3 or 4 years, I think.
And Washington is a guy that has been, up until this season, easy to overlook. A 6th-round pick. He was injured for a good portion of his rookie season. But from the first moment he got on the field in Cleveland in 2023, it was clear that he was a very talented player who had a role. I'm not so sure his role right now is at number 1 receiver.
Also, Brenton Strange, when they drafted him, I think he kind of came out of nowhere for everybody, too. So, 2 nice special surprises through the draft from Penn State. Stay with us here for Jags A.M. Coming after the break. We'll talk a little bit more about what's going on around the NFL.
Jacksonville's own Dreamfinders Homes, the official home builder of the Jaguars, just scored big, winning 2025 National Builder of the Year. And right now, Dreamfinders is running its best game plan yet, offering winning interest rate incentives and move-in ready homes available today. With 20-plus communities right here in Jacksonville and over 40 across Florida, from Jacksonville to Orlando to Tampa, Dreamfinders Homes is everywhere you want to be. Visit dreamfindershomes.com and move into your dream home today.
To aim higher, run faster. It's what elite athletes do. Always strive for better. At UF Health, we have that same DNA. To not just treat a stroke, but to create a fleet of mobile stroke treatment units. To not just do research, but to use AI to save lives with one of the most powerful supercomputers in academia. We believe, like athletes, that human progress has no finish line. UF Health, National Medical Center for Team USA.
Hey Jaguars fans, Thrive Infusions is Jacksonville's premier med spa for hydration, recovery, and performance. Whether you visit in-spa or book mobile IV therapy right to your door, they've got you covered. Their IV vitamin infusions help with hangovers, jet lag, dehydration, and overall wellness, keeping you energized and ready to go. Plus, with treatments like M-Sculpt Neo to build muscle and burn fat, and hydrofacials for glowing, healthy skin, they'll help you look and feel your best. Visit Thrive Infusions today and keep Jacksonville thriving on and off the field.
Come on, hurry up!
The stadium bathroom line. It's like TSA and the DMV merged in the waters of rush hour traffic, and you're in it. No closer to the bathroom than you were 5 minutes ago. Just closer to, well, going to the bathroom. You know what actually takes a minute? Pre-ordering an Uber so no one drives impaired after the game. Take a minute, make a plan. Never drive impaired. Go to takeaminutenow.com. From Diageo, Mad, Uber, and the NFL. Please drink responsibly.
This holiday, Verizon is helping you bundle up incredible gifts and savings. You'll get the latest phone with a new line on My Plan, and a brand new smartwatch and tablet. No trade-in needed, even on our lowest price plan. That's 2 gifts for your family and 1 for you. Or 2 for you and 1 for someone else. Or 3 gifts for you and only you. Either way, you save big on 3 amazing gifts at Verizon. All on the best 5G network. Visit Verizon today. Rankings based on Root Metric Root Score report dated 1/8/2025. Your results may vary. Service plan required for watch and tablet. Additional terms apply.
Craving the ultimate game day experience? Look no further. Cheer on your Jaguars as they travel to Tennessee to take on the Titans this Sunday at the official away game watch party at Mr. Chubby's Fleming Island. Indulge in the biggest and best wings in town with appearances by Jackson DeVille and The Roar. You'll even get the chance to win autographed items and game tickets, all while soaking up the lively atmosphere with fellow Jags fans. Mr. Chubby's Wings, proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Mr. Chubby's Wings, before the game, after the game, and during the game.
12 years, Dreamfinders Homes have been proud to call themselves the official home builder of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Visit dreamfindershomes.com for all of the available inventory, and go Jags. Now, the thing we're thankful for is Devon Hamilton's right hand and his air hang. I've never seen him jump and stay in the air. It felt like slow motion. But I am absolutely thankful for that, because I would have been spiraling all week if we had to stay there for overtime in Las Vegas and fly back late and we had lost.
I thought he was great in the locker room afterwards, where he joked about his hang time. Listen, he timed it perfectly, and it's not something you expect from a 6'1" defensive tackle, 6'2", but look at him get up off the ground.
It's a beauty in slow motion.
Yeah, this is the life of a defensive tackle. He's noted for that play, which is great. He's playing outstanding against the run. If there's a reason the Jaguars are ranked number 1 against the run, he's a major reason. He's back 100% from the back thing that really derailed him in 23. Playing outstanding, and he'll be remembered for that play that was a little bit lucky.
Since you pointed that out, we should point out, around the trade deadline, the Jaguars were interested in supplementing the defensive tackle position, but you've got Hamilton playing at an outstanding level, and your best interior pass rusher, maybe your best pass rusher overall, is Eric Armstead right now, who's pushing the pocket. The defensive tackles really have done a nice job lifting their game and helping this defense.
And I think the youth movement with BJ Green and Danny Strigo the past couple of weeks has been great. From what I've seen, the injection of just energy, I think, has really helped balance out that line.
Fun to watch.
Let's talk a little bit more about the AFC, what's going on as we look to playoffs a little bit. Not to rail on the Titans, but they lost quite a few games in a row, 6 straight, I think, at this point. So when you go in and it's a team like that, I think every time it's a divisional game, they kind of get up for that. They're going to be hungry. They haven't given up. It's not the end of their season where there's not going to be any energy. What do you have to be aware of? Is it just starting out well and not getting behind?
Yeah, I think you have to understand that just because their record is bad doesn't mean that they're bad. They've got some players, as John mentioned, on the defense. I think Jeffrey Simmons is as good a defensive tackle as there is in professional football, but you wouldn't necessarily know it by their record. The warning sign here, John, is the Colts, who came down here just needing to win and beat Darrell Bevell, interim coach, in the season finale after the Urban Meyer fiasco in 2021. And their rookie quarterback, who hadn't played very well because of a lot of different reasons, Trevor Lawrence, found a way to get a resounding win and knock the Colts out of the playoffs. My rallying cry would be, hey, remember the Colts in 2021. Let's not be that team.
Yeah, you have to play to the formula that you started to play to last week. Good early drive, and I think that game last week would have been dramatically different had it not been for the fumble 6. You go get points there, which you did on the next drive, remember? Get up 10-0 on a team that's a little out of it, and they can start to go away. Don't let professional football teams hang around, even if they're out of it. They usually don't come back on you, but you've got to get a double-digit lead on this team third quarter-ish, and then you should be able to manage it home.
And a lot of it is the coach getting his team ready to play. I mean, let's be honest. I mean, the Jaguars are playing some good football right now, but they're not the Rams, and they're not the Seahawks. They're not one of those teams that's just going to run away from people. So your mindset has to be, we're going to fight for every inch of the field against every opponent the rest of the way.
Well, and if you're Liam, what do you say? Hey, guys, yes, you blew out the Chargers. So I think this team's blowing people out. You just remind them, hey, guys, every game's a fight with this team.
Yep.
Absolutely. And especially now with the Texans, we talked about being a threat. They got a dominant win on Thursday Night Football over the Bills, where they've looked about as good as they have all season, specifically on the defensive side of the football. Josh Allen was in fits. But they've won 3 in a row. Davis Mills, it looks like C.J. Stroud might sit out another week. What's that going to look like? I mean, that's also something I'm keeping my eye on.
Davis Mills, it's okay to get better, right? And he obviously has. He's been in this offense for a couple of years now. And listen, they don't have much of a running game, although Woody Marks is a pretty nice player and Chubb gives him a couple carries. I just am astounded at how good that defense is. And Will Anderson, Myles Garrett's going to win Defensive Player of the Year on a bad team, but my vote would go for him because I asked somebody, what's the key to their run defense? I was expecting him to say, a safety or someone who plays near the line of scrimmage. He says, Will Anderson is their best pass rusher. He's their best run defender. He's their best player right now. And they are awesome to watch.
Yeah, it's a big-time defense. The real shame is the Jaguars had a chance to put them in the rear view in a game where the Jaguars really hadn't outplayed the Texans to get that lead. They'd gotten a couple of breaks early to get that lead. And they were sort of given this opportunity to win what was really a pretty balanced game and didn't, because this defense is it's really good, and there'll be a hard out going down the stretch.
If they get there.
Yes, if they get there. And then also let's look at the Colts, who fell to the Chiefs in overtime. They had their own overtime matchup. We're still keeping an eye on the Colts, obviously, because they have a gauntlet of a second half schedule, John, and the Chiefs were just the beginning of it.
Yeah, and they lost the Steelers a couple weeks ago, the Colts did, which I think they'll look back on as the game they should have gotten because the Steelers are kind of struggling. But they still have Seattle at Seattle. And there's very few impossible games to win, but that's really tough to go to Seattle and win when the Seahawks have that defense. But look, the Jaguars have to get through Sunday. If they get through Sunday, it's a monster game next week. And I'm not talking about it a whole lot because I'm not just saying it because, we work for the team. You get the Titans are going to be a tough game, but get through that one, and you have next Sunday as one of the memorable games in this stadium since I've been back 15 years ago.
Well, listen, it's the biggest division game that they will have played here in 20 years, since they played the Colts back in 2007.
Well, the Titans at the end of 22.
Yeah, okay. I'm going.
But it's
definitely the biggest one for the Colts because they haven't won.
It's Rushmore stuff in terms of big games in the last 15 years.
Yeah.
And it's boy, do they need to win this to set that up.
Listen, if you watch that game, the NFL's leading rusher and a guy who's averaging just under 6 yards per carry, Jonathan Taylor, how many carries did he get in the fourth quarter when the Colts held an 11-point lead?
Not enough, I see.
One. He got one carry. If you stop Jonathan Taylor and make Daniel Jones beat you, and the Jaguars next week could have the #1 run defense against the #1 running back, talk about monster stuff and a whole lot of fun. I was stunned that they didn't give him the ball but once with an 11-point lead. That guy, you can make a case, is the MVP of the league if the Colts win the division and are hosting a home playoff game.
It's going to be a big one.
Can't wait.
All right, stay with us. We'll tell you what's coming up the rest of the week here.
Jacksonville's own Dreamfinders Homes, the official home builder of the Jaguars,
just scored big, winning 2025 National Builder of the Year. And right now, Dreamfinders is running its best game plan yet, offering winning interest rate incentives and move-in ready homes available today. With 20-plus communities right here in Jacksonville and over 40 across Florida, from Jacksonville to Orlando to Tampa, Dreamfinders Homes is everywhere you want to be. Visit dreamfindershomes.com and move into your dream home today.
Come on, hurry up!
The stadium bathroom line. It's like TSA and the DMV merged in the waters of rush hour traffic, and you're in it. No closer to the bathroom than you were 5 minutes ago. Just closer to, well, going to the bathroom. You know what actually takes a minute? Pre-ordering an Uber so no one drives impaired after the game. Take a minute, make a plan. Never drive impaired. Go to takeaminutenow.com. From Diageo, Mad, Uber, and the NFL. Please drink responsibly.
NFL fans, when it's time to get Jaguars tickets, you can tackle game day with total certainty with Ticketmaster. With 100% verified tickets available all season long, you can count on getting in with ease and spend time focusing on the good stuff. Even if you're headed to the game last minute, you can still score seats. Want to meet up inside the stadium with your crew? Transferring your tickets is an easy handoff. So get those touchdown celebrations ready and score your tickets today at Ticketmaster.com/Jaguars.
When disaster strikes, trust the experts at Surf Pro. As a proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars, they bring the same dedication and precision to restoring your property as the Jaguars do on the field. Whether it's water, fire, or storm damage, their highly trained professionals are on call 24/7 to make it like it never even happened. Surf Pro, your local leader in restoration and cleanup.
Are you ready for a taste bud touchdown? Well, Jags fans, if you're at the bank and craving a snack that's shell-shockingly good, look no further than Luray Peanut Company's boiled peanuts. Picture this, you in the stands, cheering on your Jaguars, and in one hand, a bag of piping hot boiled peanuts. With original or Cajun to choose from, they're so delicious, you'll wonder where they've been all your life. So grab them while they're hot and get back to the game. And as always, Duval. Luray boiled peanuts, where every nut is a winner.
Craving the ultimate game day experience? Look no further. Cheer on your Jaguars as they travel to Tennessee to take on the Titans this Sunday at the official away game watch party at Mr. Chubby's Fleming Island. Indulge in the biggest and best wings in town with appearances by Jackson DeVille and The Roar. You'll even get the chance to win autographed items and game tickets, all while soaking up the lively atmosphere with fellow Jags fans. Mr. Chubby's Wings, proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Mr. Chubby's Wings, before the game, after the game, and during the game.
Jags fans, if you want customized Jaguars furniture for your home, check out zipchair.com to browse all the customizable options. Zipchair is furniture for fans. Also cheer on the Jags as they travel to Tennessee this weekend to take on the Titans on Sunday at the official away game watch party taking place at Mr. Chubby's Fleming Island location.
Guys, real quick, we're not apologizing for wins around here. How'd that
Thankful for the bleep button around here because Liam Cohen's speeches are always very, very colorful, and I love it because I think it's a little New Englander in him, and he can't say every other word is the F word, but sometimes it's necessary when you're that excited.
Is that something that is characteristic from people from the Northeast?
At least in my experience it is. But yes, they definitely use the bleep button over time, and I think we're all excited to have a couple more victory speeches to watch around here.
Without a doubt. He is energetic.
He's the guy. He is the guy.
All right, we're extra thankful around here to be at where we're at in the season. We hope you enjoy your holiday tomorrow, and then we will be back next week for Jags A.M. on Monday. Enjoy the week, enjoy the game.